Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today, we want to talk about seasons. Okay, um, when I talk about seasons, I'm not talking about like summer, spring, and fall. I'm talking about people. You've heard the saying, some people are just meant to be in your life for a season. Well, what you have to figure out, because I don't think that season really has a time to it. It just depends on where your growth is, either with a situation or it might even be a person. Like with your job, if you've been there for years and not feeling any growth, things like that, then your season probably has passed and you are in that position to just, for the monetary gain or whatever it is like that. So, and then when it comes to relationships, man, I see, and it's mostly, I feel, I feel it's mostly women trying to hold on to something, thinking they can make it better. And sometimes it doesn't make it better. Sometimes it gets worse. And I feel if your season is up and you're staying in that situation, then I believe you're stunning your growth for something else that might be, around the corner, out the door, or whatever that might be. So when people say seasons, I feel that it has a lot to do with growth and where you're at in a certain relationship or job, or whatever. Um, I mean, it's just like your season is up when you really when you feel like you're struggling to do something and you just don't really feel it anymore. Your season is probably up. These are the things to let you know when your season might be up with a person or a job or whatever. Um, your season. I mean, it's just like if you're going opposite ways, if you're having to explain something so many times, if if you're bringing more into the situation and they're just kind of stagnant, you're like, well, I'm out here, you know, I've got a better since we've been together, over the 3 5 years or whatever. It usually takes a time, but I've gotten a different job. I've gotten a new car. I'm doing all of this to better myself. And you're over here, you're still at the same level. I say, and what's really hard, if you marry this person too quick and then realize your season is up. Wow. Because that's a totally that's a that's a whole nother thing. And and that's why I think, a lot of relationships, marriages, whatever, fail is because of money. And, a person, want to be at a certain place. They might have a board, a vision board. And their vision board, for 5 years or 10 years, you have you have a vision board for next paycheck. It's just and that's why you need to have growth in a relationship. You don't need to jump into anything real quick. Um, 30, 60, 90 days. Go on dates, fill this person out, ask questions. A lot of people don't want to ask questions, but you really should ask questions as far as, you know, what do you think? I mean, maybe not on the first date, maybe not even on the second date, but eventually before you get too serious, definitely before you have sex, before you get too serious. What are your 5-year plan? And that kind of helps you figure out where your season is at also. If you have a 5-year plan and you notice in, 2 years, they're not even working on this plan, but might even be going backwards, that right there probably lets you know that your season, has ended. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, and be good to yourself, and of course, be good to others.